Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about 7.1e, sum of geometric sequences, second part. So today you are going to find the common ratio when the sequence is increasing or decreasing with a certain percentage, and find the sum of sequence. So 3, 9, 27, 81, we know this already, how to find out the explicit formula for this geometric sequence, right? And then we learned that in the last time, we learned that the Sm means the sum of the sequence. You are going to add 1 to the n terms. And this is the formula S of n, but be careful, this is n, not n minus 1. So first term minus, first term times r to the n power, 1 over 1 minus r. R cannot be 1, common ratio cannot be 1. If a common ratio is 1, all the terms will be the same, right? You multiply 1 to everything. And then this is the way you put it in the calculator, math button, number 10, keep going down to the, scroll down to the 10th summation, and you get this. But be careful, 1 to the n term, first starting term, ending term, and the explicit formula. So, but now we are going to focus on a certain percentage of number is increasing or decreasing with the constant intervals of time. Okay, how do you get there? Common ratio. R is 1 plus the percentage for increasing part. If it is decreasing, what do you do? 1 minus the percentage. That will be the common ratio. All right. So for example, if it is increasing by 8%, 8% means 0.08, right? How do you get the common ratio? If it is increasing, yes, 1 plus 8% is 0.08, which is 1.08. If it is decreasing, you subtract from 1. So like this, it will be 0.92. Understand, right? So look, 100%. 100% increase means double, right? So how do you get it? 1 plus 100% is 1 plus 1, which is 2. That's why you multiply 2 each time when it increased by 100%, which is double. Does it make sense? Right, so this is a explicit formula you plug in. Right, let's see with the example. So James deposited the $80 in the first month. The first month, that would be the first term, right? First month, $80. Each month, he increased the amount by 5%. After 3 years, how much did he deposit in his account in total? So we are getting the total, which is a sum, right? But to get the sum, you should list the sequence. So let's try what are the first 3 terms? First term is what? First month, $80. And second is 5% increase. How do you do it? You multiply 5% of 80, right? And then add it to the 8. I mean, you get the 5% of 80 and then add it to the 80, or 80 times 1 plus the percentage part. I explained before, 1 is for original amount, and the plus 0.05, that percentage for increasing portion. So 1 plus the percentage will be the ratio, right? So 1 plus 0.05. You multiply, that will be the next term. The second term, so this will be 84. The third term, 84 times 1.05, right? Again, then you will get 88.20. And the next term, you know, you multiply 1.05 to the 88.20 and get the next one, right? So after 3 years, so do we add all these three terms? That's the way we get the answer? I think some of you might do that way, but you should be careful. This go by month, but this is years. 3 years. So how many months are in 3 years? You should think about that, right? So be careful. So n is not 3. N is equal to what? 36. So R, we know 1 plus 0.05 is increasing. So you add 1.05. G of n, first term times R to the n minus 1 power. So we learned what is n is not 3 years, is 36 months because we go by month. This might be the biggest trap. And then SM formula. You put this in the calculator, math button, you remember math button, and scroll down up to summation until you see this. First term through 36th term, you are going to add with this explicit formula here. Then what do you get? $7,666.91. Does everybody understand? Good. Then can you try? Can you correct the mistake and write the region here? So what is first week 10 miles? And she wants to decrease her running gradually 8% per week. Then what is the total number of miles she will have run after 20 weeks? Total number means you are adding, right? You are going to add each week's running distance. So first week 10 miles. This is the first week 10 miles. That's the first term, right? And then, so G1 first term is 10 miles. And then R is 8%. Common ratio is a 0.08. Isn't something wrong here? Oh, this is wrong. This is a percentage, right? Increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. What should you do to get the R? No, yeah, you should subtract this from 1. But some people use this as a, common ratio. That might be the mistake, right? Then whole thing is wrong because Amy used the wrong common ratio. So formula looks okay, but this is wrong. So let's see with the proper one. So because it's decreasing, you subtract the percentage from 1, and then you get the 0.92. Then formula will be first term times common ratio to the n minus 1 power. And some formula is like this, right? 20 term, what do you do? A1 minus A1 times R to the n power, not the n minus 1, right? I told you to be careful here. If you put the n minus 1, you will see slightly different from the answer. And the 1 minus common ratio. And this is the summation in the calculator you use. It's not in the bottom and top. Instead, you put here, but still, it's okay, all right? So first term through the last term, and the explicit formula, 10, all, and minus 1. If you put it in the calculator, you get 101.4133. Good, do you understand? All right, we'll stop here.